Just making a thumbnail, you know. Might as well have fun with it. Don't normally do that. Go with it. I wasn't sure exactly what to do today for a video. And then I clocked that I've been saying it's been close to 500 days. And I searched and I was like, oh wow, it's actually been 501 days since I made a video for the first time of this long journey that it has been. I've made a video every day for 501 days. I'm also stupid, extraordinarily tired, and have probably decreased my lifespan by at least 501 days. Maybe. It probably wasn't good for me overall, you know, mentally, physically. But I did say there's probably a video out there somewhere of what making a video every day for 500 days will do to your psyche. I'll tell you, man, it really does fuck you up. It really does. You know, you'll come back from being out and you'll sit there at the computer for like 10-15 minutes and just think, what am I gonna do for a video today? I was like, okay, I've already talked about Justin Trudeau. I've talked about Lily Singh. The Joker trailer was a lot of fun. And then you're like, hang on, what the hell am I gonna do for content? So you search online. The first thing you do, just if you're a reaction channel, is you say, right, what new movie trailers have come out? To go, there are no new movie trailers that have come out. Second thing, any new K-pop MVs that have come out? No new K-pop MVs have come out. Lovely. I am in a predicament here. Probably every couple of days where I'm like, I have no idea what content I have for the day. Which is what leads me to have pieces of paper like this, if you can't see, where it is just absolute nonsense. Every other sentence or word here is a different video idea, or a different trailer that I didn't react to, or an MV, or a video that I thought about making like 3 months ago that I didn't, and I was like, well, I gotta do that today then. And that is genuinely how it works. If you don't have anything, you're just scraping. I have another one here, which is a, it's much more civil than the other one. It's not as childish in terms of the way it's structured. And I've had this piece of paper for like maybe 8 months, 9 months, with a lot of videos on here that I want to do, but that I know will take a lot of time comparatively to my regular videos. Like a regular video will take, you know, from start to finish, upload and made a thumbnail and published. A 5-minute video will take 2.5 hours, 3 hours. 3 hours, you know, if I'm lucky. Internet's good, but it's improved, but it's still not that good. So it does take a bit of time. So 3 hours for a 5-minute video. If that's a 10-minute video, that's probably going to be closer to 4.5 or 5 hours, and 4.5 hours. And if it's a 15-minute video, they can stretch a long time. But what I've been doing with longer videos is I've actually been cutting down the editing time. So I'll try and speak for as long as possible in one take. And if there's something that I really need to take out or cut, then I will. If not, I'm really trying to cut my videos down less in terms of the editing process. That way that part of the video is already done. So if it takes extra long to upload, but there's no editing involved, it's much less work for me to do. So that's the way I've been making longer form videos the last couple of weeks at least. I've made maybe 4 or 5 20-ish minute long videos, which is extortionately long. They take a long time to upload, but I like making those types of videos where I just, you know, go off the cuff and just say whatever that comes to mind in that moment in relation to whatever it is I'm talking about. But it is very, very trying sometimes. Like I said, you come back in the evening. Sometimes you already know what you're going to do in the morning. You're like, damn, I've got an easy day today. And then sometimes you come back and you're like, oh wow, it's like 8 o'clock. You've come back and you don't have any content. You've got nothing. And then I've done this a couple times. You go downstairs, you look in like your cupboards, you're like, oh, what? And I asked my sister, what's this thing? It's like a random, oh, here you go. That is so weird, yeah. What's this thing? It's like this weird chocolate. They're like, oh, it's this thing that we got from New Zealand. I'm like, great, that's a taste test. New Zealand chocolate, how weird is it? Yeah, I've done a couple of those. And yes, while it sometimes feels like you're sort of selling out with the content, it's a way to continue doing this. And 500 days is not something I thought I would do. I started doing this thinking I'd do 100 days. And then at that point, I was like, I'll go to a year. And then from there, I don't really know from there why I decided to carry on. But I just enjoy making videos. It's sort of like being put under the cosh every night and having to put something out every single day. And I understand I don't make the best content in the world. I make quality shitty content. I just enjoy it. And thankfully, you know, there are a couple of people who actually enjoy it as well. While after 500 days and 500 videos, I haven't really got the growth that one would expect. The fact that I've continued, I hope that shows that it's really not about the subs or the views or anything. It's genuinely just an outlet for me to just put effort and time into. And I thank everyone who's watched one video of mine. But if you've watched one, then I hope you've watched two, and then I hope you watched three. If that was the case, then I guess we'd be much further along with this. But yeah, I enjoy it. I love it. And especially like talking to people in the comments. I know I said a couple weeks ago, maybe last week, I haven't been great at replying to comments just because I like taking time with an individual thread with someone. And if I talk to them for like 10 or 15 comments, and that's great for me because we can actually have a conversation and talk. But recently I've been getting a ton of comments over the last, I suppose it's because I've put out so many videos. That on each video, if I get like 5 or 6 comments, then that just builds up over a huge amount of time, and I have thousands of comments, and I just can't respond to all of them unless it's like, oh, thanks, or oh, maybe subscribe, or that's a really good point, I didn't think about that. And it just feels like that last one is just too generic and boring, and if I want to talk to someone, I'll talk to them. If I disagree with them, I disagree with them. If I agree with them, then great. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, and it's something that I think I would advise everyone to consider making YouTube videos, just in terms of, especially if you're very shy. You know, it's a hard thing to do to first start making them, but once you've gone down the road with it, I mean, honestly, I'm just a completely different person. And just this itself, making videos in the last year and a half, has honestly actually helped me in a different way. It's being put under the pressure with the cosh and getting it done in the crucible. You know, when you're put under the crucible, you're either gonna create something great or you're gonna fail. And while I don't think I've created something, well, I just shot myself with a foot there. I haven't created something great, let's not play. But I don't think I've failed, because if I'd failed, I would have stopped. But yeah, it's so weird. I saw someone today at the gym, and it's someone who I didn't know at all, really, but they went to school with me. And the guy was, I mean, I don't know him. You know, he was a couple years older than me, but I was wearing something that he was like, that's something that people from our school wore. And I was like, I'm sorry, man, I don't know who you are. And he was a couple years older than me, like 3 or 4 years older than me at least. So I had no clue, and he had no clue who I was. So we just knew that we went to the same school. And he was so nervous in general, just from a small interaction. And I thought to myself, holy shit, Naren, that was you. That was you. You know, 5 years ago, that was who you were. I was just a wreck in general. And I'm not saying that guy was a wreck, because he had his life together, thankfully. And he was getting on with things and doing stuff. But the way he presented himself was super nervous. Like, he had a lot of nervous energy about him, you know, and nervous energy can sometimes be great because it can actually help charm someone, or it can help, I mean, charisma on command. You've done a lot of things. But it can be a positive thing if you use it right and use it properly. And we all get nervous sometimes, man. I swear, man. It does happen to everyone. But, you know, this is just a random interaction with somebody, but the guy was super duper nervous. It was almost a bit off-putting. But then when I got in the car and I thought about it, it was genuinely like that would have been me looking in the mirror. And how much, the extent to which I've changed is unfathomable. It's unfathomable how much of a change there's been in me in the past 4 years since I've started making videos, and especially in the last 2 since I started doing this. You know, it's honestly mad. So thank you. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here. If there are 7 of you, or if there are 70, or if there are 200, cheers. Because it's the random comments I get from people, positive or negative, that sort of make it worth it in a way, you know? Getting to dissect the way people think about something, a film, or your view on something, or, you know, I think I do want to start doing more comedy in general. I don't know whether that necessarily means YouTube comedy or comedy in terms of like stand-up and stuff. I think I want to try it. I want to give it a shot. I don't know if I'll be any good at it. But today I just randomly wrote something out of nowhere, and it's probably not good in terms of stand-up, but it just came to me from like lots of different aspects coming together and smashing into something. And I was like, oh, the painting looks quite good actually, after I just threw a ton of paint on the wall. So, you know, I'll see how that goes. I might try something different for me, and go down a different avenue anyway. So yeah, a lot of things going on. But regardless of that, every day I've got to make a video. Anyway, guys, if you'd enjoy this video, oh well, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to that channel down there if you didn't. Oh, I don't want to wish anything upon you. The monotony of editing for hours and hours on end every night, it gets to you eventually. It does break you in certain ways. And you live on a certain amount of sleep that you don't think you should for a while. Yeah. Just subscribe. Yeah. Please do. It'll be lovely. It'll be great with a great bunch here. Great bunch of books, at least. I can say that. I can say that for sure. Yeah. But I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.